coast to coast, it's your hosts, the Lombardi Leap and Mersey FB. This is Beyond the Frozen Tundra.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Lombardi Leap, here with Mersey FB. Happy Thanksgiving football. Let's talk the Packers heading into Ford Field. Thanksgiving. Didn't we play on Thanksgiving last year?
Yeah, we did. Who did we?
And the year before?
We played against the Lions 2 years ago. That was a fun one.
Yes, we did.
We walked into that was when Jordan didn't get his turkey leg.
No, he got robbed of his turkey leg. I can't remember. Who did we play last year on Thanksgiving?
Did we even win last year on Thanksgiving?
I think last year we played against, I believe that was at home. That was Miami.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Miami came into Lambeau Field.
We beat
17-30. So, I mean, a trend here during Jordan Love's Toyotathon has been whatever team we play on Thanksgiving, we bring out the belt. At least that's what it seems like. And we spank some people because 2 Thanksgivings in a row, it has been a nice butt whooping against those teams. I'd like to make it 3 in a row, especially remind the Lions that they are the little brother in the NFC North here.
What a way to celebrate Thanksgiving, though. Watching Packers football. I know.
1 o'clock Eastern time, if that's where you're at. 1 o'clock, Ford Field. Like, this is a huge rivalry, especially now with the Lions being good. And honestly, like, their fan base, out of all the teams in the NFC North, oh man, they're pretty close with the Bears on me hating them.
I think they're worst right now.
Yeah, they really are, because they got good quickly.
And they didn't know how to handle that.
No. They have forgotten that they've been a poverty franchise for the last 20, 30 years.
The Bears have had sprouts of being good, followed by long stretches of being bad, and have kind of like adjusted. And like the Vikings have always been pretty mediocre and like well-mannered sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's
They've had a paper bag over their head for a long time. And when they took it off, they decided, hey.
Oh boy, it was ugly.
I'm going to. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Some context here for the game. I mean, both teams are actually pretty banged up injury-wise. The Lions playing a little bit more football than they wanted to play. They went into overtime against wild card Winston and the New York Giants. They still pulled off a win in overtime. But, I mean, I don't think they wanted to play that game that long, especially when you have a division rival coming in to Ford Field on Thanksgiving Day.
No, it's a tough environment to play, but you definitely don't want to face them if they lost that game. I'll tell you that much.
No.
If they lost the Giants, I would be terrified. But, hey, maybe we can do something the Giants couldn't, which we already did earlier this season, but we can do it to them again. Speaking on injuries, I think it's important to note that for the Lions specifically, 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen popped up on the injury report.
They're banged up there.
Yeah, at least starting linemen as of last week, because they did lose one of their week 1 starters, Mahogany. He's on IR now.
And then Graham Glasgow.
He's the one to watch with the knee injury. That's the big one.
He was actually downgraded. So that means there was some type of relapse there. Wasn't looking pretty. I mean, their safety, Kirby Joseph, has not been playing here recently. Their starting tight end got injured versus the Giants, and they already lost Laporta for the rest of the year. So there's definitely some interesting injuries here. I mean, Terrion Arnold dealing with a concussion.
Doubt he plays.
Yeah, it's very much doubt he plays. So they're definitely limping a bit here, and I know everybody makes fun of the Packers injury report. I mean, we do have some injuries, like Keyshawn Nixon with a stinger again. I hope he gets better soon. I'm confident in Kamal Hayden, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah.
it's crazy to say, but Josh Jacobs should be back. Matthew Golden should be back. Jaden Reed, the anticipation, the expectation is Reed returns to play against the Lions, which I think that will do numbers for Matthew Golden.
Gets him out of the slot.
Gets him out of the slot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
And
takes the screen passes away from him too. So, but I don't know how many screen passes you want to give to Jaden Reed coming off of a broken collarbone. So,
I'd like them to just take it out, but
for our injury report, LVN downgraded to a DNP today, estimated at least because of his foot injury. Savion Williams also didn't practice, and Carl Brooks didn't practice with an ankle injury. He's been off and on the injury report with the ankle injury. Wicks and Watson are on it still with the calf and knee injuries respectively, but I think that's pretty much resolved and is just there for transparency's sake. Zach Tom popped up with a back injury on the injury report today. And
he had that last week. He did have
okay.
that last week.
Still something to watch. He did practice, but still something to watch. And then Edgerrin Cooper, foot and shoulder issues. I believe that was on the injury report last week. Again, situation to monitor. And Bullard is dealing with an ankle, but again, he practiced. So,
all in all, I know the injury report looks long, but I expect. I mean, if you had to pick somebody who I don't think would play, I'd say Nixon is probably your most likely to not play.
It's probably Nixon and Hobbs who don't go of anybody.
I think Hobbs is going to go.
Okay.
I do think because Hobbs got moved to limited, and when
Mm-hmm.
you're playing limited, my guess is by Wednesday he should be a
Full
or at least close to being a full participant, especially there because that was kind of the expectation was he'd be out for 2 games and he should be back for the 3rd game. I'm not sure realistically who they don't play, because this is a very, very important game.
Yeah, you got to play everybody, but you also have to try not to go down, lose a lot of people because after that you have a mini bye, but then you go and play the Bears. So
the Bears. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get a mini bye too after this, and hopefully get to enjoy a turkey leg in Detroit. We'll see how that goes. Let's talk some context here for both teams. Packers, I think, are gaining some momentum here. They're playing more consistent football. We're averaging about 24 points per game while allowing under 20. And realistically, that's kind of skewed because of the Dallas Cowboys game. We have a top 10 scoring defense here, which is really good. And this defense has been playing gritty. Obviously, we've had some concerns about the run game here. We're 2-0 versus the NFC North right now with wins against the Lions in week 1 and then just coming off a win against the Vikings. Detroit is 2-1 in the division. Excuse me, one sec. Oh, wrong tube. Detroit is 2-1 in the division. They lost to they split with the Vikings and beat the snot out of the Bears. So they are they're kind of again their offense is one of the league's highest. They're scoring around 29.2 points per game, almost 30 points per game. Again, that's a little skewed just because of the fact of they dropped almost 50 points against the Bears. So that's gonna bring your average up a little bit to say the least. And their defense though, giving up 22 points a game and 27 seems to be our lucky number,
I think we can stop this offense. We've done it the first week of the season. But also when you look at their offense, it has taken a step back from last year. Play calling's been inconsistent. They've now lost Laporta. I think if the Giants had like a run defense, they beat the Lions.
Yeah, because they gave up some big plays there at the end.
Yeah, because Gibbs was able to spring some big runs, which I'm hoping our run defense is a little better this week, which probably will be expected because Quay will come back.
Yeah, with Quay and Cooper there over the middle, I do expect a lot better because I mean both Quay and Cooper are very athletic linebackers. I think that they're a better matchup against my mind's drawing a blank against
Monty
against Monty and
and
especially
Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I still think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get a couple because Jahmyr Gibbs is a really really good running back.
Very good running back.
Very good running back there. And just again, we talked about the previous matchup here. Week 1, we beat him pretty handedly. We got Jared Goff out of his spot. We beat him 27-13. I mean, we scored on our first 3 possessions, set the tone early. Like Jordan Love threw for 2 touchdowns. Jacobs had a rushing touchdown. I mean, that was Micah Parsons' debut.
Yeah. I think he'll get a couple more this week.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because he wasn't even fully unleashed.
No. He was coming back off of like ramping up, not really having a training camp. So definitely on the snap count this year or this game. God, I'm stumbling over my words. This game, he won't be on the same snap count. He'll be unleashed. Penei Sewell is dealing with an ankle injury, so might limit him a bit.
He owns him. Micah Parsons owns him anyways.
I was gonna.
Like he really does.
I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Brock Wright did not practice as of Monday with a neck injury. That would leave Ross Dwelly as their starting tight end if Brock Wright can't go.
Who?
Exactly.
And honestly, like that's the one thing that I get most afraid of when it comes to this Packers defense, because it seems like tight ends tend to have a little bit of a field day. I mean, I feel like JJ McCarthy last game, they targeted the tight ends.
Again, wasn't able to do much.
Wasn't able to do much. Jameis Winston, same thing. The wide receivers were locked up, so who's he targeting? The tight end.
Yeah, but if he's throwing to Ross Dwelly and Anthony Ferkser, I'm not exactly afraid.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a case in point here is if Hayden is playing and Nixon's limited at the very least, and like who's their other wide receiver besides? I mean, they have J-Mo. Who is wildly inconsistent still, but a bigger wide receiver again.
They have Amon-Ra Slant Brown. Can't forget about him.
Yeah, definitely got all the slot there.
Yeah,
and then
Tesla.
Yeah, but he hasn't done much in general.
Khalif Raymond and Dominic Lovett.
And Khalif Raymond probably won't be playing.
Probably not. So that leaves Dominic Lovett. Georgia legend, but
drops.
Yeah.
A lot of drops. Yeah. So there's a lot of holes that you can exploit on this against this Lions team here. And I think one of the holes that we can talk about specifically here, key matchup. I mean, Jordan Love versus this Lions secondary. Passing game, please, Matt LaFleur?
I hope so. I mean, Jordan's dealing with the left shoulder injury, which limits him on his handoffs. You don't really want him to take sacks that have him falling on that shoulder.
Quick passes, question mark?
Quick passes. Hopefully they get Christian Watson open down the field a lot. I think with the banged up secondary, they don't have a ton of speed. This could be a good game for Golden as well, provided he does play.
Which I think the reason is he sat out was to get him ready for the Lions game, because you're going into Ford Field. And with the with Jaden Reed back too, like versus this secondary, again, I fully do expect Jaden Reed to be back. I wore his jersey against the Vikings, for good luck, and it seemed to work. Get it ready, get it warmed up for the Lions game. And I'm hoping they run some Watson, Golden, Reed.
That's probably the best wide receiver package.
Dude, I have a need for speed with that.
The Vikings have a large not Vikings, goddamn it. The Lions have large tendencies into playing man coverage.
They play a lot of man coverage.
And your best receivers for getting off or getting away from man coverage is Watson and Golden.
And Reed kind of exploiting that secondary too as well, because their slot cornerback's not that good. I mean, I like their linebackers. I mean, Jack Campbell, really good, I think, as well as what's his name's back? Malcolm Rodriguez is back too. And then who's their other starting linebacker? They do have they have a quality group of linebackers in Detroit. So it is going to be. I don't think our tight ends are going to be as effective as you've seen in the past, even with the loss of Kraft. I mean, Luke Musgrave is who he is.
We don't really have the guy to replace Tucker Kraft. I mean, you can get as much as you like out of Wiley, but
and Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick.
But I mean, I'm relying on Christian Watson. He's your go-to. He's your man. Golden. He's your man. He's your second man up, kind of a thing, and sprinkle in Wicks and Dobbs here and there, and I think you have a recipe for victory there, especially against the secondary. How are you feeling about Josh Jacobs running the ball?
Oh, if he's healthy, I feel very good about it. If he has one knee, not so good about it. I'd rather snap count him so you don't ruin him for the rest of the season, but I still think he could be effective. He's more of the third down back, ideally, if he's hurt, but...
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way Emmanuel Wilson played versus the Vikings. I'd run Emmanuel Wilson a little bit more than Josh Jacobs right now, just to keep him healthy.
Oh, definitely right now, for sure, just to keep him healthy. And he's got, I think he's a little shiftier than Jacobs sometimes, but
I've said you and I've said that a couple times where it just looks like he has a little bit more juice that they kind of want from a running back in this offense that fits in this offense too.
Little Aaron Jones-ish, eh? Wilson?
Yeah,
sometimes?
a little bit. Yeah, you got a little bit of Aaron Jones, a little bit of AJ in there. I also think what's going to help too, the run game, and we saw this happen against the Vikings, and I think that we should kind of talk about this too. Anthony Belton rotated in at right guard until they said, all right, we're just keep him there.
He should start there. If they're going to play Morgan anywhere this game, it should be at left tackle. And
100%.
Rotate series with Sheed and him, but I doubt that'll ever happen. So,
yeah, unfortunately, they're banking Morgan's left tackles for next year. That's what it seems like. But I mean, I really liked Belton at right guard. I've said he was a guard since the Senior Bowl. I've been pretty adamant that he's going to be a guard. He is a guard, and he's going to be a pretty good guard too as well there. And he helps the run game. I mean, who are their defensive tackles?
Aleem McNeil and DJ Reader and Tyleik Williams.
Yeah.
That's his last name, right?
Yeah.
Tyleik Williams? Yes, it is Tyleik Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Tyleik Williams.
Okay, so Aleem McNeil, their best defensive tackle by far. DJ Reader's 32. And Tyleik Williams doesn't give you much as a pass rusher, but he's a stout run defender. Roy Lopez, also a good run defender. I doubt you'll see Mekhi Wingo or Quentin Jefferson play this game. So,
it is important to note that Aleem McNeil he came back from injury as well. He came back from IR. The Giants game was his first game back. He's still good. I'm not saying he's not good, but there's going to be a little bit of rust there. And the Giants aren't exactly a premier team. And the Detroit Lions they struggled mightily, especially with that pass rush. And the Giants have a good pass rush, have a good defensive line. I will say this. You know who they don't have? They don't got Micah Parsons.
That's true. Well, you got to give Aiden Hutchinson you got to give him his credit. He is a good.
Aiden Hutchinson's good. And he got that money, good for Aiden Hutchinson. But he on the Lions, who else besides Aiden Hutchinson?
Al-Qayyum Muhammad.
Yeah, so I'll ask the question again. Who?
Tyler Lacey. Oh, never heard. Oh, he's a defensive tackle they have playing at defensive end. Yeah. That's great. Tyrus Wheat. Who is this guy? 6-3 from Mississippi State. Played 2 seasons in Dallas before coming to the Lions. Has 1.5 sacks in 9 games played. That's not bad for this guy. Okay, so the answer is Tyrus Wheat. I do not know who he is. He passes the eye test for what you want out of like a second string defensive end.
And case in point, though, I mean, Jared Goff versus that offensive line has their offensive line banged up. We don't know if Glasgow's going to play.
Brutal.
Sounds like he's going to be a game time decision. I mean, that already weakens an already weak interior offensive line, I think.
I agree.
Do we see some cheetah packages?
I hope so. If LVN can go.
Yes, yeah, LVN.
Well, they've played. You could get away with it with Barron for sure. I think it would just look slightly different.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
But they've also been doing the thing where they have like Micah get a running start kind of behind the defensive tackle, which I think they're doing in the absence of the cheetah package because LVN's been hurt. But if they're going to run the cheetah without LVN, then I think you would have Micah and Barron on the edges, and then LVN in the middle, on the inside, or not LVN, Rashawn Gary on the inside.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's the big thing, though, with getting Jared Goff. If you have to get Jared Goff off his spot. If you get Jared Goff off his spot, he's going to make mistakes, and their offense really isn't going to go anywhere. And like you said at the beginning here, like they've had some the play calling on offense has been noticeably different than with Ben Johnson, who's now the Bears coach. So that is definitely a point of contention. I know that recently too, he took over. Campbell took over play calling duties on offense again. So he is the one calling play. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out here moving forward. But all in all, like I just I got a good feeling about our defensive line versus this offensive line here. And you're coming off of a win from the Vikings where you got 5 sacks. I think that's a big momentum boost.
Yeah, is it to be a sack party and they meet at the quarterback?
I hope so.
Yeah,
5 wasn't enough.
Exciting.
More.
We need more. Yeah, I think Micah's now top 5 in sacks. Yeah, he's 5th in sacks now. Rashawn Gary's 11th, or tied for 11th. But hopefully we get more. It's good. We always need more sacks. I think a lot of the pressure will come from the interior this game. So you look at Warren and Devontae Wyatt have good games.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Warren to build on it. I'd like to see Nazir Stackhouse when it comes to, especially dealing with like Monty as the running back. You know, I have a lot more confidence in Nazir Stackhouse versus Monty than I do just Gibbs. Like I think containing Gibbs is really going to be on like Bullard and the linebackers there. So I definitely expect Quay Walker to be back. And honestly, like too, Thanksgiving, dude, special teams, weird things happen.
We need the weird teams to not happen.
Yeah. Or, like, if it's a weird thing, let it be like Savion or Romeo Dobbs running in for a touchdown. That's the only weird thing I want on special teams. Nothing bad, please. Let it be a good weird and not a bad weird.
Let it be good special teams on Thanksgiving.
That's what I'm hoping for. But given the Packers' defensive consistency here and the Lions' explosive offense, I mean, this could swing either way. Like Josh Jacobs, I'd imagine they're going to split carries here. I do think that they're going to rely more on Love here, especially to carry the load. I mean, you're getting healthier at wide receiver. Detroit's banged up on the O-line in secondary, on their offensive line in secondary. But this national stage here on Thanksgiving, I think this is just going to give them a spark, and we're going to see Toyota-thon Jordan Love here. I mean, my score prediction, 27-17. I'm lucky number 27. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, second time against the Lions this season.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
All right, who'd you pick? Oh, wait, one more thing, too. I think before, this is just an aside, this could be the first time in a while that we've swept the Lions in a season.
Yeah.
Be good to.
Would be nice.
Would be nice. Let's do your offense, my defense, your defense, just to kind of have a flow.
My offense here, it's golden time. It is. It's
finally golden time on Thanksgiving. Would be quite poetic.
Call it. Would be. That turkey's going to be golden brown. It's golden. It's the golden hour. That's what I'm calling it. Time for Matthew Golden to go off. I think he gets his first NFL touchdown. Jordan Love slings it. He's in the Z crosser. Boom. Touchdown. Leaving him in the dust. I think it's a Matthew Golden game.
That'd be very nice.
Now, what's your score and what's your offense?
I think we score a little more. I'm going 31-15.
31 to 50. 15's a weird number too.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking they either miss an extra point or
weird thing on special teams on Thanksgiving. I like it.
I'm gonna say weird things happen, or they go for 2 and they fail. Like
that seems like a Campbell thing.
And then my offensive player is Christian Watson. I think he does it to the Lions again on Thanksgiving, like he did in 2023. Hoping for 100 yards and a touchdown. I feel like that would be quite nice.
I think that would be the John Wick moment for Watson.
Oh, for sure.
I'm thinking I'm back. People keep asking me if I'm back. I'm thinking I'm back.
That would be awesome.
Dude, I need to get a Watson jersey, to be honest.
Me too.
Although I have a bunch of offense.
You know whose jersey I need to get? My defensive pick for this game, Edgerrin Cooper.
I like it. Dude, I've been talking about getting a Cooper jersey here for months. And I'm thinking about getting it.
You think we could
expense
it?
I know, right? Dude, they're so expensive, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do?
I'm thinking he's going to hit stick. He's going to lay down the hit stick. I'm making a bold stat line prediction here. 2+ TFLs, a sack, and a forced fumble.
Dude, Jared Goff in the hurt locker.
Yeah. And then what's your defensive player?
Well, I mean, I was 2 for 2 last week, and it seems like if I pick a wide receiver, if I pick a player 2 weeks in a row, they seem to do well. So I'm going back-to-back weeks. It's Micah Parsons, man. He owns Sewell. Like he does. He absolutely owns Panay, and Panay's dealing with an ankle injury. He's been banged up this year, and Micah Parsons unleashed, not on a snap count, versus Jared Goff, who is not the most mobile quarterback in the world. I don't think Jared Goff's gonna know what's coming. Here, are you ready for this bold prediction?
Oh, hit me with it.
Micah Parsons is gonna get a hat trick.
Ooh.
3 sacks.
I would love that.
I think it's going to be a 3-sack game for Micah Parsons. And the reason is I think that is because the Lions are going to have to get away from the run and giving it to Jahmyr Gibbs because they're going to find themselves in a bit of a hole. And it's going to force Jared Goff to throw more. And when Jared Goff throws more, that gives more time for Micah Parsons to get home. And Micah Parsons doesn't need that much time to get home. So it is a Micah Parsons hat trick game.
That would be exciting. I mean, hey, he's a little behind Myles Garrett, so he's got some catching up to do. But
got some catching up to do. Yeah, dude, I mean, Myles Garrett, those 5 sacks.
Superhuman, dude. Goodness.
I'm excited for this game. 1 o'clock, Ford Field. I get to enjoy some food, family. It's Thanksgiving. Week 1 rematch. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, this has obviously playoff implications here. And hopefully we'll be talking about hopefully I'll be coming out of my food coma with a Packers win. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, that's all, folks. Until next time.
To Packers fans coast to coast, thanks for going beyond the frozen tundra. We appreciate you tuning in. And as always, go Pack Go!